Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons Storm King's Thunder. My name
Wait,
is.
that's what it is? I thought it was an orgy.
Got the
Maybe.
invites mixed up.
Yeah, maybe.
My name is John, and I am joined by Amy at the very least.
Not for long. No, I'm joking.
Not
Sean is here.
Am I, or am I not? I could not be. You may never know.
Sean may be here. Tanny is probably here.
I don't know. Am I here or am I in a deep space of void?
That's
I miss
deep.
my cat.
Could Kiri be here?
Oh, he's definitely here.
Yay. Someone's here.
Are you
It's
here,
me.
though, John?
Am I here? Oh god.
Ooh, that's a question.
I can't believe John is fucking dead. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. Oh my god.
telling everyone I'm dead.
We are here probably to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Maybe.
When last we saw this group, they had told each other their backstories anew. They had introduced themselves. Milo, Hector, and Borrowed decided to join up with this new group of adventurers and head out to face down the threats of the of the giants. Luna and Kaelin and Maud travelled back with Eric's family and Briar's body to Waterdeep, where they are going to inter Briar at the Spires of the Morning, preserving the body so that when the death curse has been lifted, she may be raised.
Or just she's gonna be dissected on.
Or, the other one. We'll see.
Dissection.
Autopsy. Autopsy.
Autopsy.
One or the other. Who's to say?
Hmm.
You guys travelled back up to the Cloud Giant castle you took over as your own, and decided that it was time to head back to the Oracle of the Allfather, the Eye of Anam in the spine of the world. Fenthwick set a course, and it will now take you guys 3 days to travel from Red Larch to the frigid north. What would you guys like to do for 3 days of game time?
Kinky shit.
Cool.
Yep.
You're a frog, so
I can manage.
Oh, poisonous.
you know. Ironically, I don't want to know what that tongue do. So.
I have put it to practice many a time.
Can I control?
Okay.
Can I control the Merlin?
Can you not control the Merlin?
I cannot control the Merlin.
Judging by the question that they posed, I'm going to assume they can't control the Merlin.
So I think the plan is that we were being shown around the castle, but can we just skip that because we already know what the castle looks like?
Yep.
Can you control that Merlin?
No.
I would like to, if at all possible, have one-on-one chat with Fenthwick because we need some good old catching up times.
I was
Kinky.
expecting some sort of kinky. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Pardon me. I apologize for my burps. I am sincerely apologize.
That's how dragons do the kinky shit.
So I'm assuming at some point Fenthwick and Hector can find some private room in the whole of the castle.
I don't know. It's a very small castle.
Not meant for giants or anything.
It's not like one room could house several people.
Oh, no. Not like you could house an entire town.
It's not. It's not like one bed is able to sleep 5. It's not.
I'd risk 8 actually in one of those beds. I'd risk 8.
I mean, lying side by side, you could get 8 in, but to comfortably be able to move around.
Spoon chain.
Comfortably. Yeah, exactly. Get the entire party in one of those beds.
Nice.
Basically did.
Yeah.
Almost.
So at some point over the course of the 3 days, Hector and Fenthwick, do you want to pick a room that you go to, or
If I could see any of the map because I'm on the stairs, I would gladly pick a room.
let me take you to the
To the palace.
if you just come over here.
Oh, shit.
These are rooms. If I show you all of these,
Okay, slow down.
it should sort of fill the map in for you a little bit.
Sure. Well, no, it's not that. It's like, it's on that thing where, like, the light is only in which room you're in. It doesn't, like, fill out, so.
Is it?
Oh
Oh,
yeah, you are on the stairs, aren't you?
1 minute.
Well, it was.
It's like big black blobs if you're like, on the opposite side of the wall.
So, Fenthwick, why don't we go and socialize in this greenhouse?
Oh my god, really?
Well,
Green.
well, the greenhouse isn't there anymore. If you
Yeah,
remember.
there is no more greenhouse.
Okay,
We could go and discuss it in this pile of molten iron.
It's kind of a slag pile at the moment.
alright.
It will have cooled off by this point. I think I've frozen my roll 20 though.
Oh, rip.
Oh,
How
no.
about this little room here with this nice circular rug? That's a nice rug.
I'm just gonna reload
That's a
roll
nice
20.
boulder.
I
I'll...
don't know. Yeah.
Look at that boulder. That's a nice boulder. Okay, I'll ping it here. Here. I think this is the button? Yeah, here.
I'm not seeing any of it.
I'm pinging it!
If anything, I'm just like hanging, like
Oh.
Milo's just hanging out with Borrowed at this point.
Sorry, it's like a fucking like 1,000 rooms on one map. So ping again.
Don't know what
There it is.
He would probably be checking on supplies that you guys have.
Checking on those
Taking stock.
booties.
I'm just gonna
More
watch
like
Minecraft.
Stuff to eat.
Well, our supplies mainly consist of dead giants.
I can work with that.
You do have a lot of dead giants.
We do-
I can work with that.
Welcome
What?
to Storm King's Thunder. Let's initiate Borrowed into the boar community.
Hey, it's not four if they're dead. It is
That's
four if they're
just-
dead.
It's not even cannibalism when you think about it, because they're giants. So-
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a tiefling. So, Amy, if I see Vor fan art of Borrowed, I'm gonna be upset.
No,
Wait,
come
what?
on.
Gonna be upset.
What do you take me for?
A board
Initiate.
banner. of
Initiate
Borrowed.
the full fan art.
Don't. I've said it now, but don't do it.
I'm
Okay.
genuinely sad.
Full fan art initiating.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm begging you.
Let me just double check. What is that room that you are in?
That's the war room. Oh, yeah.
This is where
Giant
you begin.
statues you can climb in the mouths of.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm saddened by this.
Any minute now, roll 20 will finish reloading.
Just saying, my keyboard's all nice and glowy and I can see everything.
I've always wanted one of those keyboards.
It was like 20 quid in Wilkinson's.
Nice.
Nice.
So, would you like to have a conversation?
No.
Nah.
We should try and be serious now, guys.
Oh, so this is the nursery. There are 2 cribs in the room, and a couple of wall shelves with large stuffed toys perched precariously atop them.
Oh no.
I did do that thing. Okay.
The beds are about 6.5, 7 foot long.
Amy, I'm gonna send you something real quick.
Okay.
Check the cribs first.
You'll find there are about 50.
Oh wow, wow! Borrowed is really putting that mouth to use in that picture.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
So
I asked nicely.
Hector and Fenthwick have a discussion.
I was joking, by the way.
Hector and Fenthwick have a discussion.
Hector and Fenthwick have a discussion. Okay, so I assume that these two are just like wandering together, and they come in here.
Wonder.
Sir Fenthwick.
Hmm?
Sorry, we haven't really spoken properly in the past few days. But there is something I have been meaning to ask of you.
What? What is it?
Well, it's about your search for your mother and sister. I was wondering if it had bared any fruits at all?
Well, it did.
Really?
To a point. I've not gotten to look for my sister, but I did find my mother.
Oh, my friend, that's marvelous news! Where was she?
Well, when I found her, she had been kidnapped by a sadistic tiefling woman.
Oh. yeah, tieflings be like that. Not all the time. Borrowed's the exception.
I mean, well, we met a few other good tieflings when we were rescuing her, and obviously Chupa is around, and she's nice. But, well,
Oh,
it's helpful.
Please don't think me prejudiced. I did travel with another tiefling a few years back.
I'm not racist. I got a tiefling friend.
I got two tiefling friends.
I don't think any ill. Well, of that particular one, I have many ill feelings for. But but not all of them. I know that's not what they like.
Yes. Some do go down the dark path. The one I knew, not Borrowed, the other one, his name was Morx, he did a lot of bad stuff, but it was all for a good cause, kind of, ish. Yes.
Yes. But, I've not looked in on my sister yet.
I see.
But I'll get round to it. Like, that's the point. I need to find something to send a message to my mother, because I need to let her know to go somewhere safe, somewhere I know where she is. I can do that in a minute. I can find a bird or something. They can give a message.
I suppose, yes.
It's something I can do now. I can do some things.
You need to slow down, Sir Fenthwick. You've been awfully flustered.
Well, I've got to keep busy. Yeah, got to keep busy.
Listen, Sir Fenthwick.
Hmm?
I understand you are still grieving. And I understand during the grieving process that there is a need to distract oneself. Trust me. My experiences on Sparrow Falls taught me that distractions can help, but overworking is only going to lead to more problems.
I know you're right.
No buts.
I need to figure out how to deal with it. Not just this one, but all the ones to come.
All the ones to come.
It's something I kind of thought about after it happened. I mean, you know what happens to druids as they grow in power?
I I'm aware they can transform into stronger beings. Is that what you mean?
No. Their bodies start to slow down. They start to not age as fast. So
Forgive me, I'm just eating some nuts right now.
it's very, very rude to do that while I'm trying to like pour my soul out to you, but okay. But yes, their bodies begin to slow down. The magic, I don't know the exact, my master kind of said that it's kind of magic, the natural magics kind of rejuvenate so that you don't age as fast. So, and I know this death was a preventable one, and one that was far too soon. But there'll be ones that I can't help.
Oh. Sorry, my alarm went off. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
We are trying, I swear.
Hector, put the bell down.
Sorry. I just found this bell. I just wanted to test it out. But it's funny. So what you're saying is you have a longer lifespan.
Much longer.
Well, it's an irony. I have a kind of opposite thought process of that. You see, Sir Fenwick, do you know how old I am now?
I mean, you were 12?
10.
No, you were 10 when I met you.
I'm 15 now.
15 now, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a Grung's life expectancy is not long. Those who make it past their mid-30s are very lucky, but the longest known is about 50. I know I haven't got much long left. I have to enjoy the prime my youth as it is now. But it made me start to think that when I found you and became what I thought was friends with you, I still think that now, but when I started to make new friends, part of me started to, I don't know, retreat somewhat. Made me think of if I pass and disappear, I would just hurt others. You know?
I understand.
It was when I went to Sparrow Falls, I went because it seemed like a interesting job offer of sorts. It was a chance of new adventure, plus Tom did seem very encouraging, but I didn't really go with the expectancy to make any new friends, but I suppose Borrowed changed that very quickly. It was nice. He would just carry me on his shoulders all the time.
Must have been very heavy with that armor.
Well, it was light armor at the time, but yes, it has gotten a bit heavier now.
Hence the elk thing.
And the elk, yes. But it made me start to think of just not worrying about the future, you see, just worrying about the then and now. And though I understand that your situation is very different from mine, it's no use overworking yourself now and worrying about what is to come. we need to worry about what's here and now.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
It's like with my own sister, I'm still trying to find her.
Have anything of hers?
Well, there is one thing, but I'm not sure if it counts.
What?
It was this weird little trinket she left behind. She liked to collect things before she left, because, she wanted to sell things. And, I assume she just left it behind by accident, and, he reaches into his bag and he pulls out this weird little shrunken head.
Yes, I agree. That's awesome.
You just hear Molo's voice float down the corridor.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit weird.
I called him the headed, although he doesn't really have much of a conversation, as it were. But if this counts,
I mean, if it's something of hers.
well, she collected it, yes, amongst other very, very weird things.
So it was a possession of hers.
Yes.
So what you're saying is she owned it.
You're saying she owned it. It was thank
Yes.
herself owned.
Yes. There's a lot of things she owned. She found this weird stick thing one time, although it was very rubbery, and it had spikes in it. That was, I don't know what that was about, but yes.
I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, I should be able to use this thing.
You're very honorable, Sir Fenthwick, but I think you should prioritize your own sister for now. I've been on this quest to find a bubbler for about 8 years now. Goodness.
Yes, and as you just said, you don't have as much time as me.
Well, true, but if you found your mother, then I feel like it's only right to find your sister in post-haste.
I'm still trying to get my nerve up to do that.
Your fear is valid, I understand.
Considering how I found my mother.
Yes. It's the same, I do like to be the optimist about my sister. Like I said to you many years ago, I always thought she just got a bit too excited with her selling and just never came back. But then... Oh, hi. Give me my food. Excellent. Okay.
Give me my food!
Sorry, a random presence has just delivered me some food. I hope you don't mind.
Nice.
An invisible servant just leaves the room.
How do you know they've left?
The door closes.
But
John's actually in the room.
But I think about that, and then I think about why I became a paladin in the first place, and I know that there probably is some darker meaning behind it. But now that I've found you, I know that Tom has brought me here for a reason. And if it means I have to put your own personal quests over mine, then that is what I shall do.
Hold on. So,
What?
I'm just nothing. So, but yeah, I know I gotta not. I know I gotta relax. I gotta take my time.
a shame. Actually, when we were on Sparrow Falls, we used to, there was this weird, circle chain of sorts that would sell this very weird alcoholic substance. It did.
Amy, don't you dare.
No, I'm not really in the mood for drinking.
No, I don't have it on me. It's just if I did, I would have offered some to you.
Amy, don't you dare.
Oh god, that
Amy, this is your conscience speaking. Don't do it.
I don't have any. I'm just making them. Yeah, that was actually no, maybe that wouldn't have conjured. That but that had a lot of effect. That was just very. I don't know how in tune you are with other druids. Have you ever heard of this woman called actually no, that's a hole that I'd rather not jump in ever again.
Smart.
Mm.
I mean, just because I'm a druid doesn't mean I know every druid. It's a bit
Yeah.
weird. Not really.
Yes, but she was very. Her name was Artio. She was very She was
that's
someone. Yeah, she's someone now. She made it deal with a pit demon. That
That
was.
doesn't sound like the best thing. That doesn't sound like the best thing.
No.
Why would you do that?
She died a lot, and she kept coming back every time. It kind of got annoying after a while.
So we had to permanently kill her.
We had to put her down. But if that is what I'm trying to say, basically, if there's any way I can help.
Not really.
You kind of see his face sink at that.
I mean, just you being here is help enough, but there's nothing much that I need to work through it. I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with this and deal with what I am as well.
He puts his hands on your shoulders and just says, "You are you. You're my friend. You're everyone's friend. And it doesn't matter whether you're a gnome, a human, or a druid, or a bard. None of that matters. You're you."
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, somewhere
meanwhile,
else.
elsewhere in the castle, at maybe another time and place,
I'm gonna eat some
Something.
fish now.
Something
Somewhere.
fucking happens.
let's get rid of these tokens that shouldn't
Yeah,
be
what
here
are these
anymore.
guys? Who are these fuckfaces?
I can't believe Briar's fucking dead still.
Let's get out the tokens that I am gonna have here, and it's gonna be Borrowed,
Oh, God.
and it's gonna be Yaghole,
Nice.
and it's gonna be Milo.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. If Fentwick's having a conversation, and Yaghole's with me, who's driving the ship?
It just goes.
It just goes.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay.
It just goes in a straight line until it hits something, or you stop it. Hopefully the second one.
Good to know. Good to know.
What the hell are we doing in the Astral Sea?
So basically, Yaghole leads Milo and Borrowed down to this room,
Welcome to the sex dungeon.
and
Damn it. I'm out
and
here.
throws open the door.
This is my pleasure room.
I'd rather actually not do that to me, sorry.
This is the kitchen.
See, I
Yes!
told you, the pleasure room.
Yes!
And as you open the door, there is the very pungent smell of rotting pumpkins.
Oh no.
About the pumpkins.
Yes.
Hold on, how can it be rotting pumpkins in one day?
What's that, Tanny?
I cannot see anything.
Why can you not see
Neither
anything?
can I.
Because I'm not Milo. Oh well, I am Kaylin. I'm not Kaylin, I'm Milo.
I've only got views of
Oh.
crossbows, or giant artillery crossbows.
I see everything!
Oh god.
Oh, there we are. There I am.
Refreshing water. Yeah.
It's so, it's not so bad in here.
Um, there are pumpkin pies set out on the table, some of which have been eaten, but most of which have just kind of sat here for about 2 days now.
Is there a way that I can like get rid of it with my magic?
Fireball.
Burn it with fire?
I've got a mage hand. I can just throw it out of the
Just
castle wall.
yeet out of the ship.
Get it out of the ship. Yeah, just use mage hand.
It'll
to
land on
throw them
someone,
all
but it'll be hilarious.
Finally, this field is clear.
Why do we keep going over the same field?
Not again!
Okay.
Um,
Well,
you also notice as you come into the room, a broom that is just slowly sweeping the floor.
That's not me.
You hear this weird tune.
Salakadoo, the bit of the food, the bit of beep, up the boo. Put it together, what you got, bippity boppity fucking boo.
huh.
Well,
That's
this is quite
great.
strange.
So broom.
Sweeping. No, I can't. I don't even have detect magic. Oh wait,
Spend 10 minutes and you can.
I don't have detect magic anyway.
You don't?
I do
You
not.
don't.
Well, do I?
Do you?
Do I? Let me check.
I don't know, do you?
Do you?
My spells.
Does Yakko?
Yakul does.
Yeah,
But he should.
I do not, because I don't take that invocation that lets me just have detect magic all the time.
That's always a fun one.
It is a fun one. I instead chose I can see everything all the time in darkness.
Dark vision.
Yakol starts setting up a little ritual. And over the course of 10 minutes, you watch a broom just and sweep the floor.
Every time he draws out the symbols on the floor, he just sweeps them up again.
It's incredibly advocated.
Get up on the table. Like, pull myself up on the table with the mage hand.
I don't think the mage hand can support that weight.
No,
It's like
what,
30 pounds.
You would need to cast reduce on yourself first.
Yeah, but he is not 30 pounds though. He's 27 kg. He's
Yeah, 27 kilo.
yeah. He's like
Mage hand can only carry 10 pounds.
10 pounds?
Yep.
It's a cantrip. It's not powerful.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
That's why
It's not like Big Fish Hand.
I need big feet hand though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can climb up onto the table under your own...
It'll be hilarious to let everyone watch.
own sort of acrobatic abilities of, like, scrambling up onto one of the chairs and then...
Well, I've
Just
got
doing the-
fly prepared.
Doing the
so I
whole
can just
both arms
fly
on,
up.
trying to get the leg up.
Well, I have.
Or that.
I can fly or do
Wait,
dimension.
hold on. What if we both used mage hand?
What would that do?
I mean, that's 10 pounds between the two of them. That could maybe do it.
Hold on.
That is not the one I wanted to move.
while Yaghol is doing this, can Borrowed just while avoiding the broom?
That is 9 kilos.
Yeah.
So yeah, you still cannot lift even the minor halfling's weight.
We need a third magic caster with mage hand.
Which I don't think we have.
We don't
No.
have.
So Milo flies up onto the table, and there are 4 plates of pies with flies.
Oh my god, it's Nurgle! No.
Borrowed is just gonna use prestidigitation to just sort of clean up a little bit. The table
Okay.
and pies, at least.
If the broom could look pissed off, it does.
The broom just sort of floats back into the corner and hangs itself up.
Oh! Well, I like that. Borrowed is then going to go just around the kitchen and see what's in, like, the stores, the cupboards, the cabinets,
The 2 empty plates that are on the table that somebody has eaten the pies out of just pick themselves up off of the table and
this is the
float
best.
over to the sink.
This is the best kitchen.
Well, we've got to figure out how to get rid of this lot.
What? Why would we get rid of it?
This rotten. There's flies
Oh.
upon it.
I thought you were talking about the plates and the broom.
No. That's very useful. Yes.
The cabinets and cupboards in the kitchen itself hold dishware and utensils. There is a fireplace built into the wall in the north of the room.
Very nice. Is there like a setup for like roasting something there? Is there like a cauldron or?
Yeah, it has a large pot of stew bubbling over it.
That's
Or
been
a-
going for 2 days. Has
A large pot that could hold stew, I'll say at this point, that is...
In other words, is a pot that has now a load of baked-on stew.
No, it's empty, but
it could hold stew.
it could hold stew. There is a pantry over here that holds the ingredients.
I'm gonna fly over there and see what's in the pantry.
There are the ingredients needed to prepare a lot of meals for giants. So,
A lot of meats, cheeses, and stuff.
meats, cheeses.
Are they
Like
still
for-
like okay to eat, or is it mostly rotten?
No, it's pretty good. It's
Good
stockpiles.
Huh,
Yeah, so-
okay.
Meats are most
I would-
likely salted
I'd
already.
think the meat would be at least salted to make sure it's, preserved a bit.
Yeah. There's a number of pumpkins that have been harvested, but obviously Yaghol will show you outside to where there are freshly growing things as well.
Very nice.
What's this pile of slag here?
Borrowed will recognize a rampage when he sees one.
Eventually, after about 10 minutes or so, Yaghol stops casting Detect Magic. There's something out here, guys.
Necromancy.
Oh, okay. Where
It's,
is it?
I just sort of popped my head out of the pantry. Oh?
Yeah, oh.
Come snapping out of the darkness.
Borrowed's head pokes round the corner, and Milo pokes round the corner slightly higher.
Yeah. It's like he's grown legs. Taller legs.
With that, surely it's like Milo's like crawled onto Borrowed's side.
Oh no.
Or you could
I'm
just,
taking the place.
like, just sit on my shoulders and hold onto my horns.
I basically hold on the. I'm like, because I'm flying still, so it's like kind of like told. I'm like slowly just float on top of you and just holding your antlers
That's
just
fair.
to make sure. I'm not falling away.
It's slightly human shape, vaguely humanoid, with a. It's an aura of conjuration magic.
Conjuration, huh?
Huh.
That'd be quite useful. Let's see, where is it?
They're unseen servants.
Why since Milo completely forgotten that he is holding Borrowed's horn and he starts floating off, realizing
Ow,
that
ow,
God.
Milo.
So if we just get here and realizing, oh wait. Oh, sorry.
Milo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yaghol points
a lot of
over.
time to regrow them. I would love to just keep them for at least another couple of months.
Wait. What? They can actually come off?
Oh,
like an thing?
yeah, but the last time they came off, they exploded off of my head.
How? That's
Oh, so in Sparrow Falls, there was this magical red shiny crystal that improved magic making and can also make you into like a sort of like pseudo rage monster. They were fun. I made sort of because they can be used as arcane focuses sometimes.
Okay.
I put them on my horns as like kind of like jewelry. And then when it turns out that they can shatter at a specific frequency, my head exploded. Well, just the horns.
Oh. Fascinating.
Yeah. He just sort of like moves some of his hair out of the way, and you can just see like just little like almost like shrapnel scars like all around his the upper crown of his head, right around where the horns are.
Are there still more of these red crystals in this place?
They're mostly deactivated now.
Huh.
They still kind of they had some weird property that I didn't really get to invest in. I was mostly in the med tent for the rest of it because I was also wearing a breastplate into the stuff.
I see.
Yaghol strokes his beard and just. Do you know what it was, my boy?
Don't remember Yaghol saying like.
Yeah, I know. No. That's
Yes.
That's a different character creeping in there for someone.
Yeah, my boy.
You need to try and be like a Michael.
If I remember correctly, how it is explained to me, or how Hector explained it to me, was I'm trying to find. Where was it?
I'm trying to fuck. Yes, that's a mood.
Yes.
I mean, hey. It was the blood of a dead goddess, whose body made up, whose blood sort of seeped into the land and could be mined as mineral.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it sort of got out of hand when that goddess's husband came and turned into a giant dragon that spit bones and sand at me.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was great. While he's talking, he's just been sort of like, he's got out his own cook's utensils and has basically just gone over to the fire, lit it, and just started making some like storytime food.
Storytime.
Like just a little bit of bacon and some cheese and like halloumi and stuff.
Yaghol will point over to the sink where the two plates that were on the table are now being washed by something you can't see.
Oh,
So this is
fascinating.
this is basically what's happening. There's some sort of conjuration magic that's actually seemed to be cleaning up some areas.
It seems to be vaguely human shaped.
Well,
Almost
we
like,
did-
almost like some sort of unseen servant.
I know this spell.
Cast this
Well, I don't know
spell.
it. I don't know that specifically, but one of my friends, his name was Lucian. He was a wizard, and he would have invisible, sort of like friends around. They would get books for him and things. It could be that.
Well, my question is just why is it still activated? Maybe there's a sorcerer.
I mean,
or
do you want to
something?
do dishes?
I'll do the dishes, but I want to know what the source, where the source is coming from. Well, if anything, the good news is it seems like it's not harming. But
No, it just
It doesn't seem hostile.
no, but whoever's casting it, maybe we can find out who it is.
it might just be the castle.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Did you say there was a crystal that helped float this castle, Jacob?
No. There's the orb that we use to pilot the place.
Oh, yes. I see now. Maybe that what? Do you think that's what's controlling it as well with the unseen serpents? Well, things
Maybe.
I've not felt anything to control them. I didn't know it was here.
Cool.
Well, whatever it is, maybe we might come across the actual owner of the magic.
Hopefully. Either that or we've apparently got a stowaway.
Ah, stowaway. Well,
I think that's just us though.
Uh, Similarly, the only other thing that I can think you guys might want to do in the number of days travel, if I could remember where the description of it is.
I know, like, if anyone tells Borrowed about the griffins that are downstairs, he's ecstatic. If anyone knows.
I think it's been said.
I think we've agreed that you've been taken on a tour, so you would have seen
Fantastic.
the griffins.
I would probably go to the. I think there was a library in here, wasn't it?
There is a library.
I think Milo's gonna go towards that and just like hang out there.
Would you like to make me a perception check, Milo?
Mhm.
Borrowed is also going to
No.
make sure that the griffins are not
I should have.
malnourished.
But
Oh
for some
my
reason,
gosh.
I don't think the good luck thing should have worked.
Yeah, it should have done.
Because I got the stone good luck, but I should be getting like a +1. Can I roll again? Unless you want to fix it up first and then re-roll.
I'll double check why that didn't work. Skill. What is it the Stone of Good Luck does again? It's skills and...
Also, you're a halfling, right?
Yes.
Don't you have halfling luck?
No, you would do.
Yeah, brave.
No, halfling luck. You
It
just
is
get
The other
that.
one. You just get, like, whenever you roll a 1, you just re-roll it.
Yeah, nimbleness is called actually.
No, that's... You can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than you.
There is literally a thing that halflings have called halfling luck.
Why is it not listed on your character sheet?
I do not know. I'm a little bit upset there.
Me too.
Me too.
Me 5.
Pretty
It's
sure I'm not
better
going
than boss.
crazy. Am I going crazy?
No, all halflings get halfling nimbleness.
Oh.
Can I at least have it?
Oh, no.
Oh, lucky.
Halfling. Lucky, yeah, that's it.
When you roll a 1 on a d20, you, or an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw,
Yeah.
you roll the dice and must use the new roll.
Cool.
Yeah, that's not called on that.
Yeah, that's not on there. Stop opening things.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Not you.
Sorry, I'll close all this.
Open your legs instead.
I'm rather
For
not-
you,
Amy, this is not the time.
Yeah,
We're in a
that's
kitchen.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, I just need to get close for this. Hang on.
This is not the
Well,
time we're in a kitchen.
For you, Amy, anything.
Can you not?
You're the one who started it.
My bad.
That's the wrong game.
And the wrong game.
Suddenly, Caldrax appears. Oh, hello.
Caldrax, just go back. Go back to the game.
No, I'm here now, and I'm here to stay.
Oh boy.
Okay, do you want to re-roll that perception check, Tanny?
Yes, I can. Boink. Oh.
Marginally better.
Can I re-roll that again?
Nope.
No.
I got an 8 though.
Yep.
I know. See.
So, you got an 8.
You spend some time looking through the books that have been collected by Sansuri.
Good thing is that I can read giant.
Among the collection are 4 historical texts chronicling the rise and fall of Ostoria.
Oh.
There is a one-of-a-kind book written in Dethic, which is the Dwarven script,
Oh, okay.
with common translations by legendary and long-deceased cloud giant poet Delvarius.
Delphar.
Oh.
I like the name.
Does anybody else want to go to the library with Milo and possibly make a
Sure.
perception check?
Deception or perception?
Perception.
Okay, you cut out for me. For some
Sorry.
reason.
Yeah, you don't deceive the library.
You're not a
I'm
library
not
at all.
taking your
You're
books.
actually a bookstore.
Ooh.
Okay. Borrowed. While looking through the library,
Yep. Is that with the +3? I can't tell.
that is with it.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, you rolled 11 plus 3.
Fantastic.
You find a 5 foot tall, 4 foot wide, 2 foot thick book.
Hello.
It has bronze covers inlaid with 60 gemstones and weighs 250 pounds.
Hi.
What did you find?
This massive book.
Oh, and actually, let's go back to the library.
Nothing. I just found a fucking huge book.
I just found this massive book.
Where is the white boy?
Where is... Ah, there we go.
We're still on Geo. That's funny.
That's the library.
Ah. And Geo's with us. Which would make sense because these shelves are tall.
I figured it was easier to bring all of you here.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
So yeah, it's a huge book.
Great big
That's a
fucking
big
book.
book.
Look at the size of that book.
Huge tracts of land.
Oh, look at that book.
Can I roll anything?
Yeah, lads, ever seen a book as big as that?
Is there a title on this book?
You don't see a title on the book.
The Joy of Sex Giant Edition.
Is there like a latch? Is it locked or anything? Or can I just open it up?
It is not... Oh, that's the wrong level of the castle. Don't look at that one.
I didn't say anything.
I haven't said
It's
anything.
mostly me.
Oh, okay.
It is not latched. It is 250 pounds.
Can we
Yeah,
try
I'm
and
just
open
gonna-
it? So we need to figure out how to
Can I
open
just have-
it.
Can I just have Geo just sort of like get it down for me so that it can just be on the floor so I can then open it?
Geo lifts it down onto the floor.
Thank you.
And you look at the 4 foot tall book. This book is... It's about twice Milo's height. It is almost as thick as Milo is tall. Milo can lay down on this book as if it was a bed.
That's cute.
Wow.
Geo lifts the cover open. Milo,
Yeah.
this is a spell book.
Yo.
Spell book. Because I can read giant.
Oh yeah. I can't do that.
I can show you some giant, really.
I would love to learn.
He's not learning now.
What spells are in it?
You can copy these spells into your spell book, Milo.
My little leather straps on my staff.
Um,
Actually, that is my spell book. I don't have a fancy.
So the process takes 2 hours for each level of the spell,
Okay.
and costs you 50 gold pieces per level of the spell.
50 gold pieces per level.
Per level.
Being a
Oh, yeah.
wizard's expensive.
The cost represents the material components that you need to use as you experiment casting it, as well as the fine ink and leather that you need to inscribe onto your staff.
Oh, I don't even have any money whatsoever. I'm completely broke on this.
You're poor.
Well, at least we found it. And you can at least read about the spells that are in there.
Yeah, read the spell.
This book contains the following spells: Alarm,
Ooh.
Identify,
Got that.
Magic Missile,
Nice.
Shield,
Also nice.
Thunderwave,
Useful for a magic user.
Mm-hmm.
Unseen Servant,
Ah.
Ah.
Convenient.
Arcane Lock,
Hmm.
Ooh.
Continual Flame.
Nice.
I love the hashtag suddenly Calderax that has appeared in the chat. I didn't notice that. Gust of Wind, Invisibility,
Hold on.
Oh, you all like me being here, do you?
Knock, Mirror Image, Dispel Magic, Glyph of Warding, Haste, Hypnotic Pattern, Lightning Bolt, and Sending. Those are your 3rd level spells. At 4th level, you've got Fabricate, Ice Storm, Leomund's Secret Chest, Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound, and Stone Skin. At 5th level, Sean, what's that spell with the hand again?
Big beast hand.
That one. Cloud Kill, Geas, Wall of Force. At 6th level, Globe of Invulnerability, Guards and Wards, True Seeing. And at 7th level, there is Mordenkainen's Sword, Reverse Gravity, and Sansuri's Simulacrum.
Sounds
Go.
seriously serial. I said it wrong, but these are so much interesting spells. I know a few of them. No, I learned a few of them, but the rest of them I never knew about these.
So there is some stuff for you to work out what to do with as and when you get some funds to be able to experiment.
That's a lot of spells.
I may have to do a list of it as well.
A lot of spells. I'm gonna
I can send you a list of those.
Yes, I need that.
I will Discord you a list of these spells.
Yes.
Boop.
Dangerous.
And then 3 days pass, or have passed, and you guys arrive back at the Eye of the Allfather, or for some of you, the very first time at the Eye of the Allfather.
I
And
love
that
how the 3 times I've come here, it's been with different characters every time.
Yeah.
first of all, I need to find where that map is.
It's a little
It's
chilly.
many maps back, John. Many maps back.
I cannot help but feel like I've been here before.
Don't worry, you've never been here.
Let's go and see who is here.
Oh,
Is
it'll be
Hack
Briar.
something? Hack Nag, whatever his name is.
Harshnag.
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 Oh, the giant.
Should still be there if he's not already decided to fuck off. Or did he have to go and do something? I don't think he did. I think he literally said he was going to wait there.
I sure hope Roll20 loads anytime soon.
It would help if it did, because it's still not loading for me.